Hello and welcome to another edition of Simply Fit. I'm your host, Sandy White. And as usual, I am super duper excited about tonight's guest. Her name is Darlene Bates Harper, and she is a native of Philadelphia. And she's going to be talking to you guys about the resource pop-up bus. But before we get into all the juicy details, I want to thank WYTV7 Christian Broadcasters Network for allowing Simply-FITT to be on their platform for season number 2. They're helping us with our goal, which is to serve 1 million individuals by encouraging you guys and teaching you guys simple tips and strategies through health and nutrition so that you're able to overcome suicide and depression. We couldn't do it without them. So please take the time, go through the website, see what they're doing in the community, and they're doing great things, guys, and make a generous donation. There are a plethora of other broadcasters, so please click that button to see what they have to offer as well. So without further ado, I want to introduce Ms. Darlene Bates Harper. As I mentioned, she is a native of Philadelphia. She's a mom, she's a wife, she is the creative of the resource pop-up bus. And guys, when I say she's out doing the do in the community, she is out there. I mean, I have probably about 10 or 15 things that they have done so far in, what is this, November? So we're 9 months into the 2020, regardless of COVID-19. And she's done a lot of things from showing the community how to get free credit reports to increase their credit, to helping out the men in the community with the Project Dad. And that's similar to another project that where they donate clothes for women so they can go on interviews. And it's what they do for guys. We always seem to forget the guys, but I noticed that Ms. Darlene and her husband, they're out doing wonderful things. So before I start telling all her goodies, I'm going to let her come on and jump in, and we're going to just give her a warm welcome. Ms. Darlene, to the show. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm grateful that you were able to come on the show tonight. As I was telling the audience, you have done a lot of things. I mean, I was just going through what you guys have done thus far. I mean, and it's just incredible. So let's just jump right into that. How in the world did this idea come about? Let me just ask you that.
Well, the vision came to me. God gave me the vision because in the underserved community, we do not get all the resources that everyone else receive or other communities receive. And so because I sit on a lot of subcommittees within the schools or within the communities at large, I was seeing that there wasn't enough resources getting out there. And so when the vision came to me, I said, yes, I definitely had to get the resources out there for everyone to get. And so we, my husband and I, we also go out and we hand the resources directly to door. So no one has the, I would say not so much of an excuse, but no one has a barrier about not getting the resources out there.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you tell us a couple things that, one, tell us the community in Philadelphia that you serve. So, because this audience is well over 1 million viewers and listeners. So it's not just I'm in Maryland. So they're not just here in Maryland or Charlotte or where you are. They're all over. So let's start there. Let's tell the audience, one, what is the community, I guess communities within Philadelphia that you cover with the resource pop-up bus. That's one. And then maybe 2 or 3 things that you are currently doing on a regular basis. Because I know a lot of things you've have already done, the events are over with, but I'm going to touch on those. So what communities in Philadelphia you're working with right now, so people listening in Philadelphia know I can come to her, and about 2 or 3 things that you're working on right now to help them with.
Okay. So we are a 501c3. We are in the North Philadelphia area for right now. So we distributed newsletters in the Hunting Park section, and we're looking to also be partner with the other NAC offices or neighborhood action centers within Philadelphia region throughout Philadelphia to get the information out to other residents within the Philadelphia area. A few events that we already did was it was virtually. We started in July, if I'm not mistaken, and we had guests on that talked about housing, that talked about things with Project Dad. So fathers out there that needs help with resources that only men can be able to provide for them. We talked about parenting classes, and then we have the NetCUAs that's in Philadelphia region, where they give out vouchers and they give out information far as foster care. They give out resources far as things that you need in your household. It could be blankets, sheets, clothing, anything you need help with. So those are the agencies and the people that I connected to for our first event that we did back in this summer. And so it was definitely a joy to have, and everyone needed the resources that was provided. So we're definitely excited about that.
I'm excited about it because, one, we're still dealing with COVID-19. And as Dr. Fauci mentioned a couple days ago, we're going to be going through this pandemic for several more months. They're working on a vaccine, but in the meantime, folks, some individuals may not be working. So that brings on unnecessary stress, which deals with their health. And then they can't take care of themselves. They can't take care of their family. And then when folks are missing their family, even if they've got all of their resources, they need to make sure those folks are taken care of. And I just think that's like outstanding that you guys are going out as an extension for the families that cannot help those that are in need, and you're helping those that do need it. And I also noticed, speaking of COVID-19, you guys did assisting, I think it was Black doctors assisting with consortium and with the COVID-19 testing. Are you guys going to be doing that again? Because I know they're talking about having the testing, or where you can get the vaccines, is coming soon. Will you guys start something up that like that again, or is this an ongoing testing?
So there are ongoing testings around Philadelphia. You just have to tune in. They show it on the news. You can also see it. Different churches sponsors it. And so if you really look into the newspapers for that much, you can see where all the areas is for the Black Doctors Coalition. But that event was from the NAC office in Strawberry Mansion area, and they sponsored it. And so I was just being a part of it because I actually sit on the subcommittee in Strawberry Mansion as the NICE, Neighborhood Action subcommittee for the NAC. And so I was just there assisting as myself.
That's outstanding. I have two things, because I'm giving you a lot of questions at once, so because I'm excited. Now, I also noticed that you all had a small business health and wellness virtual community event. Is that ongoing, and what does that entail, or is that annual?
So it's ongoing. It's every month. So we're
Wow.
definitely excited. Every month we pick a different theme. Just last month and this month, it was just the same thing because there's so much health awareness out there. Different things from mental health to your physical health, and to just overall health is very broad. And so we want to get every angle or every facet of health so that people can say, okay, this is what I need to do with my nutrition. This is what I need to do with exercising. This is how I could, lower calories or my cholesterol. And so I had a RN on the show last month and this month, talking about how you can lower your cholesterol, natural things that you can also do where you don't have to take a lot of medicines to lower your blood pressure. And so it was a great plethora of resources from a health perspective. And so this month, and well, next month in December, we're going to talk about mental health and how your mental health is very or extremely important to maintain.
Did you have a list of your guests that will be participating that you want to share right now, or are you guys still working on solidifying those guests?
We're still confirming guests because we usually have at least 5 to maybe 8 different guests on the show and their different expertise. And so we're still soliciting for more guests, and the calls is in the emails, they're coming in. So we're definitely thankful. We want to give people what it is that they need and not just put something out there just to put something out there.
Amen. I agree with that. I have another question for you. You did mention, I don't want to say this wrong. I do know you did just recently mention that you help individuals with housing. Is that was that a one-time event, or that's something like if they need, electric or payment, or they can contact the resource pop-up bus? And then also I saw that you guys were doing the fresh poultry and dairy distribution. Was that a one-time thing, or is that an ongoing as well?
So it's actually it was a one-time thing with the distribution of the poultry. We was actually one of the vendors that was doing a community event within the Philadephia West Oak Lane area. The housing, we did it with the NAC office in Strawberry Mansion. So every area of Philadephia have a neighborhood action center office. So Germantown has their own. The Strawberry Mansion has their own. You also have around which you call it Fifth Street. They have their own, and then Southwest in West Philly, they also have their own neighborhood action center or CDC. And so what it is we do, we get the resources from the different NAC offices, or we get one of the representatives from the office to come on the platform of the show and say, hey, what resources do you have that you can provide to the area of Philadephia? Although Philadephia is large and we mostly have the same information within all the areas, different sections of the city have different things in their community that they can benefit from. So although Strawberry Mansion is one of the NAC offices and they have the same information primarily as the Germantown office do of the NAC, in certain areas of the city, they may have something that their community or that their particular neighborhood can benefit from, opposed to the Strawberry Mansion area or the South Philly or the Southwest Philly, West Philadephia area. And so we contact the different agencies or the representatives, the community coordinators is what they're called, and we ask them would they like to be part of the virtual event so that they can give the resources to the residents in their area. And so that is one of the things that we do. We reach out to other agencies and say, hey, there's a need in the community and we would like to make sure that that need get met. And so with that being said, we reach out and we are excited that people say, yes, we would like to be a part of it, because everyone wants to help the community, especially in the pandemic that we're in. There are so much resources out there that can help people get over or can assist or support them with getting over the pandemic.
That is awesome, which leads me to multiple other questions. Being in the being in the pandemic, I know a lot of public schools, they had breakfast and lunch for a lot of the children. And now that, they're not really, some schools are doing like 2 or 3 days, some are not doing any, but the bottom line is the lunch program is really, it's these kids are hindered now. Let's just put it that way. So you were saying when you guys get involved, you let the agencies know where there's a need. Do you have the folks like, do you do like, what's the word I'm looking for? Do they need to come in and sign up on your website? So when you go and you talk, you can say, I've got 100 people here, I've got 10,000 here, or whatever like that. But you know what? I want you to ponder on that, because I want to take a commercial break. And when we come back, I want you to just let everybody know how they let the Resource Pop-Up Center know, I'm one of the folks in the community that needs help. All right. So okay. So guys, we'll give us a few minutes. We'll be back right after this messages.
Happy Living here. I love good things made by good people. That's why I love my Relax Sauna. I bask in its healing far infrared rays every morning. In just 20 minutes, I sweat as much as if I'd run 4 miles. But I'm not exhausted. Instead, I feel great. And I've boosted my metabolism, burned calories, sweated away toxins, and some body fat too. What a relaxing and healthy way to start a day. A study in Finland found people who regularly use saunas live longer and have fewer fatal heart problems. So get the benefits of a sauna in your home for your family too. It's surprisingly affordable, it's portable, and it fits nearly anywhere. Go to happyliving.com and select Partners in Happy to get $100 off any purchase of $1,000 or more. And I'll donate another $100 for every order placed during the entire month of December to WYTV7. So here's my idea for you. Get a Relax Sauna for yourself this holiday season and give another as a gift.
Now back to you, Miss Darlene. So the question we had on the table before the commercial break was, how do you know how many individuals from each community that you need to tell the offices that you're getting the resources from, so you can service everybody in the community and you're not leaving anybody out? And the other question that I mentioned was, a lot of the public schools, they were supplying breakfast and lunch for a lot of the public school children, which now during the pandemic, they're not going to school. So has that hole, that gaping hole, been filled? Or are you guys working on it? Or that's not an area that, because I know at one point you guys were giving out school supplies, so I didn't know if you kind of jumped in and took care of that as well.
Well, with the school supplies, that was something that the management team of the Resource Pop-Up Bus, we decided to give out during our community event back in the summertime. Now, with the food distribution from the different schools, depending on in the area in which you live, is different schools out there that do give out the food. And all you have to do is go on the school district website. That's www.philasd.org. And it will give you all the information that you need far as anything that's going on with the school district at large.
Outstanding, because I feel so horrible that these babies were depending on the district in their area to provide meals for them, and then it basically stopped, and there was no one to fill in that gap. And when I heard about you with the Resource Pop-Up Bus, I'm like, oh my God, you've got to come on the show, because honestly, we think people know about stuff that we know about, and you will be amazed at how many resources people just don't know about, or they know about, but they can't seem to get through the red tape. And so I'm very grateful that you're here. So with that being said, can you give us about 3 benefits on why people really need to stay connected to the Resource Pop-Up Center and Pop-Up Bus, and where do you guys see yourself going in the near future? Because you guys, I mean, you guys are doing a bang up job, and I'm like, just, bow down to you because you're doing the do, mama.
Thank you so much for the encouragement. So you can actually go on our Facebook page. It's the Resource Pop-Up Bus. It will definitely come up on Facebook. You can inbox us with all the information that you need. Actually, we had a few families that did that, and we was able to contact them and be able to, support them with the needs that, they had desired to get met. You can also just email me at Darlene Bates, the number 81 at gmail.com, or you can give me a call, and my number is the number for, you can go to this 267-273-8626.
Okay. And then what are the benefits that they can really, outside of, because you just sound like a straight up angel. Give me what you need, type it in, I'll make it happen. I know it seems like that, but what folks don't realize is because you've been doing this for a while, going through the process doesn't take you as long as if a person like me, it would take me forever. So you are like a straight up angel. So the benefits, give them about 3 benefits of why they, outside of the fact of typing in, I need ABC, what are some straight up benefits on why they really need to stay connected to the Resource Pop-Up Bus?
I would say one of the main benefits is that we have connections throughout the city of Philadelphia for anything that you stand in need of. It could be from anything far as clothing, anything. I could give you information far as housing, or anything far as just plumbing. If you don't know where a plumber is, or you don't know where contractors are, we have different resources that we can actually reach out and say, people is in need of this, so how can you assist, or how can you support? Another benefit is everyone needs support, and everyone has needs, and sometimes you don't know where to look. And so with us, because we are that connection, and because we do have connections, that is another benefit of being connected to the Resource Pop-Up Bus. I would say the third benefit of just being part of us, or looking on our platform or our Facebook page or Twitter or any social medias that we have, is that you might just see information on there, and you don't even have to necessarily contact us directly, but because we have the different resources on our page, you can say, okay, this is what I was looking for. So we keep our page up to date with different things that people may stand in need of.
Outstanding. I have another question, and because with the virtual summit that you're going to be coming up with, you did say you guys are going to be talking about mental health. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, and the reason I'm bringing it up, not just because it's COVID, a lot of people have challenges during this time with Thanksgiving and Christmas for various reasons. Do you guys have anything that you're going to be putting into place that the Resource Pop-Up Bus will be taking requests or assisting individuals that during the Thanksgiving and Christmas time that may need some like legitimate challenges? And one of the ones I want to say, it really just hurts my heart. And it's just basic. People are looking for, a nice meal for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and like a tree and maybe 1 or 2 gifts if they have multiple children. And people don't even realize this, but they are like, that is so petty, but it's not. Christmas lights and ornaments are not, it just warms your heart. It brings back memories for folks. And if you've never had a really good Christmas, we look at it and say that's really small, but that is a huge thank you and a burden off folks' mind so that they could just say, I can breathe for a couple minutes. Will you guys be doing anything or partner up with somebody, or is there some place that people can go
There
to
are
get meals and stuff for?
There are places that people can go to. I know a lot of churches within the different areas of Philadelphia. Also, the neighborhood action centers may be giving out turkeys. The one in Strawberry Mansion gave out turkeys, I think, last week. And so that was a great support to some of the families. So if you reach out to any of your neighborhood action centers, you can get that information. But if you go on our Facebook page, we will update it to where you can get all the information for as the meals and where you can go. Even if for hot meals, they do volunteer in shelters if anyone need that information as well, or just to know where they can get the information, period, around the city, different areas.
Miss Darlene, you have, as I said, you are such an angel. You've been such a blessing. I'm about to cry because I'm telling you, people need this. They really do need this. Guys, we're at the top of the hour. We have about 6 minutes. So again, I want to give Miss Darlene the opportunity to give out her Facebook page again and give out her number so you guys know. Please reach out to her. And if you don't have a need, but you know somebody that has a need that's in the Philadelphia area, please put them in contact with her. So again, Miss Darlene, tell everybody how they can reach you again.
You can reach me on any social media, that's Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, the Resource Pop-Up Bus. Also, you can email me, Darlene Bates, the number 81@gmail.com, or you can contact me by phone. It's 267-273-8626.
Guys, this has been a wonderful time. Ms. Darlene, again, thank you for coming on and blessing our audience with the information that you give out for the Resource Pop-Up Bus. Guys, this is Sandy White, your host of Simply-FITT Radio, your #1 health and wellness cheerleader. We want to continue to bring you guys outstanding segments like this. We come on every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check your time zone so you don't miss a segment. And if you have used health and wellness to increase your life, that you want to share, that we can bless other individuals, please email me at WYTV7 Christian Broadcasters Network, and I will be glad to get your story out to the world. So until next week, we thank you guys. We bless you. And Miss Darlene, thank you for coming on to the show. Good night, guys.